Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends.
B.O.S.S. Southside Boss.
Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah, you and your friends.
Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends. Now let me see your earthquake. Shawty, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2.
It goes up, it goes down, like an elevator. It goes round and round, love when you demonstrate it. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. Got the Snapchat on fleek, so it's the Instagram. The night is young, you know we going in. The squad too lit, I promise it.
On my dad.
Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cash that, bounce that, like a bad check. To the out, spin it round, go around with it. Bend it over, let me see you bring it back. I'm on a swag high, and a little too faded. I'm feeling too fly. I need some aviators. Can I get you with your little? It's like I caught you later. I'm trying to keep it on you. You be a regular. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off. Gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off. Gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. You and your friends, yeah. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shawty, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2.
B.O.S.S. Radio, Southside Bosses. It's
Have you ever seen someone do something so outrageous that you can't help but think, this stupid crazy situations happen all the time, and people get into situationships on a regular. So, what would you do if you were in their place? Check out our podcast as we discuss just that on What Would You Do podcast. on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all your other favorite streaming services. Make sure to search hashtag What Would You Do Podcast.
B.O.S.S Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
1, 2, 3, let's go! Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, 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 get on it. Come on, come on. Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, 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 this pony. I got enough to give you what you need. I got enough satisfaction guaranteed. Let me make it good to you. I promise you'll repeat. I don't make no promises that I cannot keep. You're gonna want it morning, noon, and night. That's why I work it out. I gotta keep it tight. Did he really ask if I can do a split? Hey! When I split down on it, he said, ooh, that's it. Come on! Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Come on, come on. Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Hey! Jump on the D, jump on the D, jump on the D. I'ma jump on the D, give me all you got. I love some D, and I can take a line. First, let me taste that candy cane. My chocolate sweet tooth, you're the man. I'ma pull up to pump number 9. Fill it up and let me take you on a ride. Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Come on, come on. Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, ride, ride. Hey! I got enough to give you what you need. I got enough satisfaction guaranteed. Let me make it good to you. I promise you'll repeat. I don't make no promises that I cannot keep. Ride, ride, ride this pony. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Come on, come on. Ride, ride, ride this pony. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Come on, come on. Ride, 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 get on it. Get up on ride, ride, ride this pony. Come on, come on. Ride, 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 get on it. Ride, ride this pony.
What it is, everybody, what it is, everybody, what it is. This is your boy, Mr. E-Boss of the Southside Bosses, and you know this is What Would You Do podcast here on B.O.S.S Radio, baby, where we bring y'all some great entertaining content. Sorry about the delay earlier. We had some little technical difficulties, but we got it all worked out, so we're going to have a wonderful show this evening. We got 3 wonderful guests, probably going to have a 4th one joining here soon, and you already know we are joined here by my beautiful co-host, Miss E Squared in the building.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening.
Already. My fault, baby. I just turned your mic on.
Hello. Good evening.
Alrighty, so you know we're going to bring y'all some great content. All of this content is sponsored by Southside Beauty Care, so make sure you stop by and get you a great Mother's Day gift with our gift boxes. It comes with some great goodies. You can find that in SouthsideBeautyCare.com. And you can also find What Would You Do podcasts on all your favorite streaming services, Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Do me a favor and go ahead and like, subscribe, follow, whatever that service is asking to do to show your support on there. That's What Would You Do podcast, B.O.S.S radio. And you can also find us on Facebook as well at B.O.S.S Retreat. Definitely join us there because we be cracking the hell up, even if I am laughing by myself. I don't give a fuck. I'm that crazy. Anyways, we got three wonderful ladies in the background. Go ahead and jump on real quick and introduce yourselves for this evening. We'll start with Melinda.
This is Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mickey.
I was just saying, hey, what's up?
Alrighty. And who else we got on the phone?
Hi, Mickey. It's Melinda. How are you?
Hey, stranger, how are you? Long time no see.
Well, you still ain't seeing her.
Right.
Well, I know.
You know what? Hush up.
Alrighty. We got one more guest on the phone, right?
Yes, this is Alexis. Hello.
Hey, Alexis.
Alright.
Hello.
All right. So now you already know how it goes down, ladies. We got wonderful scenario for you, and hopefully we're gonna have another gentleman that's gonna join us later. I definitely want to get a male perspective on this, but this is a funny one right here. Oh wait, who is that? Let me see. All right, you got another guest that just popped in on us. How you doing, sir?
It's over. Stimmy.
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself? Yo, how's everybody doing?
We doing good. We doing good.
How are you?
All right,
Wonderful.
you want to introduce yourself real quick to the world?
Yeah, my name is Paul Peters. You know what I mean? From Queens, New York, come by way of Augusta, Georgia. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to touch on the topic with my people, yo.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Welcome aboard, man. We were just telling everybody that, you know, we got to get into the scenario. So here it goes. This is the scenario that we're going to chop it up and find out exactly what you would do in this same situation. So you got a hot date tonight and you are excited as hell. You both already discussed having sex, so you know this is going to go all the way. You get to the restaurant and they have sitting in their lap a 3-month-old baby. They tell you that this is their 3-month-old baby and that they couldn't find a sitter. You never knew about this baby, let alone that they was bringing them to the date. Are you staying? Are you going? Are you going to hold the baby? What would you do? All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to start. We're going to start by, I'm going to go off the list on here. Let's start with Mickey. Mickey, tell me what would you do? The dude got a 3-month-old baby in his lap.
Well, I love babies. And the fact that he still chose to come out with me, even though he did not have a sitter, that's something. It means he really wanted to have that date. And I guess he assumes with my character that I'm the kind of person that wouldn't mind a child being around. And yes, I would hold the baby. I would stay.
You staying? Okay, all right. I mean, at least the dude getting a little. He get a little. What you saying?
What's that?
Oh, my fault. I thought I cut you off.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So we got Mickey that's gonna stay. She's staying for the whole date, and he gonna have to buy a lobster at least for her, huh? All right, Melinda, what about you?
Mickey, you are better than me. I'm out the door. I'm too old to be caring for a 3-month-old child. No. And why didn't you tell me about this child? Should be like your nephew or your niece. But your baby. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right. Now, I'm in agreement with Melinda.
I'm too old for that.
My patience is too short. You are automatically in the friend zone. There would be nothing, nowhere, not even attracted to me anymore.
So we got one
You're
that's
straight
staying.
friend zone.
Right.
We got one that's staying, and two that's getting the hell up out of there. What about you, Alexis? What you doing? You staying? You going?
I mean, I don't really care for children. Children aren't something that I'm interested in. I wouldn't just get up and leave, though. You know what I mean? Like kids are definitely not in my future. No offense to people who want kids or already have kids, but I can't stand them. I would stay, though, you know, kind of like what Erica said. You know, he might be in the friend zone because I don't care for children, but I wouldn't just get up and leave.
Okay, so we got...
Yeah, and kind of like Mickey said, you know, he you know, the person kind of assumes what kind of person you are, you know, since they thought it would be okay to bring the baby. So, I don't know. I wouldn't just get up and leave. I feel like that's kind of mean.
Okay, so we got...
I think you guys are absolutely great. You know, there's no way. If you're going to deceive me and not tell me about a child, and this is your child, we're going to have issues anyways.
Already.
And no use for me to sit there and to be nice about it.
Okay, I feel that, Melinda. But Carl, what about you? What you think?
Yeah.
Carl, what you think?
Myself?
Oh, yeah.
I think, actually, taking the fact that, not knowing, that's one thing, but if I knew she had a child, but if she didn't have a sitter, I would stay. I would stay, actually. Why? Because, you know, I love children, taking the fact, I love babies, you know, just that, yeah, I mean, shit. I'll just know, it'd be like a surprise introduction, but hey, I wouldn't hold it against her. It's really no biggie, you know what I mean? Because,
right, okay. All right, I feel that.
Love is love, you know what I'm saying? If you got love in your heart, you're going to accept whatever comes with it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, I definitely stay here.
Okay, I feel that. So let me ask a question for the ones that said they're taking off. Are you taking off before dinner or after dinner?
He's in the friend zone, so I can take off after dinner.
I am mean. I'm mean because you didn't say anything to me prior. We're talking about sex, but you can't tell me that you have a baby.
That part.
What if he did tell you?
If he did tell me, that's a totally whole different situation. First of all, he wouldn't just pop up with a child. I would already know that he has a child.
Yeah.
So that's a different scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
It's complex when you mention the two different scenarios with it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I say he would. I'm not gonna just up and leave, but the attraction would be no more, and he would automatically be friend zoned. Yeah, I'll sit there and have dinner with you all night. We can hang out. We'll be friends. I'll even help you babysit, but it won't go any further.
okay. Now, let me ask the question for the ones that said they'll stay. Y'all all staying there throughout the whole day. All right. For the ladies, baby mama show up. She start tripping. What you do?
Look at him.
Card, baby daddy show up. He start tripping. What you do?
Oh, what I would do, I'll just maintain composure as a gentleman that I am. You know, I wouldn't. I mean, you know, if anything turned confrontational, you know, I know how to handle myself. But at the same time, if they have something going on, I just have to leave. You know, just like that, because it's evident. You know, there's something going on where he has to show up on her like that. So yeah,
Right.
I'll definitely leave. Though.
Okay. I like that answer. Ladies, I'm still waiting on the baby mama showing up. See, Melinda said she wouldn't even be in that boat because that's why she left from the get-go.
I mean, if you would have said beforehand, I wouldn't have gone on the date. I'd be honest. I'd be like, look, I'm not interested in anyone that has children. We can be friends, sure, but it's not going to go farther than that. But if the baby mama was to show up, I mean, I'd be upset, but I don't know. I guess I'd still stay. I don't know, because I don't know this person. And, you know, usually baby mama's got beef with people who are out, you know, with the baby daddy or whatever. I don't know her, so she can sit there and talk all she wants, and I'll just sit there and enjoy the free show.
Right.
Okay. All right, I get that. Mickey, what you gonna do?
If she shows up and she's got, I mean, what is her problem though? You know what I'm saying? It really depends on why she's there.
Yeah, well, let's say she's there because she feels like he got her baby around another woman. That's the whole
okay,
issue.
But when she had time to see, I really. Okay, so there's part of me that would just be like, clearly you got something that you need to take care of, and then that part of me would probably like want to get up and head out or something, you know. But another part of me would really be like, I mean, if you got a problem with him being around other women and y'all aren't together and you got time to show up here, that means you had time to watch your child.
That.
And your child wouldn't have been here.
I like that. I like that.
And so y'all about to be fighting, you got bail money? Or because you better be quick to bust in the mouth before she hits you and yours.
I mean, I would really tell her, like, I mean, you don't want to get hurt for nothing. This is just the first date. We don't even know if we're friends yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said,
Depends also, like, what the person is saying. Like, for us, the person that has the child, I mean, how are they handling this situation? So I would
Right.
observe, you know what I mean? But
she said, don't get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, for a stay, that's when, you know what I'm saying, the part about staying or going, you know, you can make that decision later, you know, you just see how that pan out. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying give it a moment and assess the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Missy, what about you?
Yeah, you don't want to scare you away because, you know, you could be running away from the prize. You know, you got to see how that prize, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like, how it's up, you know what I mean?
I can feel that. Not the good things don't come to people who cower out. I get that. What about you, Missy?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, like for me, it all depends, you know. It all depends on how the whole situation is playing out. Like Mickey and everybody is saying, what is she showing up there for? You know, is she showing out? Is she yelling, screaming, or did she just happen to see him?
Is he not really single?
Right. Is this his wife? You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have a sitter because it would look too obvious, and the wife caught him cheating.
Okay,
It's a lot of different situations, but either way, I'm not getting involved in none of it. Because when I do, it's not going to be nice. Like Mickey said, why get hurt on the first date? This is, you know, we just trying to see if we like each other. I'm not about to go to jail.
Not over the humbug, huh?
No, not at all. I wish I would be up in the streets fighting for that.
That is a red flag, though, you know, for a person not telling you.
Yeah.
If they have a child, you know, so that's one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's my issue. I haven't put my stance out there, but yeah, my stance is pretty much, I'm not even sitting down at the table. Because if you would have told me up front, then we would have probably went to Chuck E. Cheese and not Olive Garden. I don't do well with kids crying in the middle of the restaurant. I'm not real good with that. I have a real short fuse. I know I got 2 boys and I had to learn patience, but I didn't learn much. Shit. I'm sorry. So yeah.
At least you're honest about yourself. You know, a lot of people they can't. A lot of people. I'm talking about adults. They really don't know themselves. But
right.
You know, you're able to express yourself, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and
definitely. And ladies as well. Y'all express yourself well. You know.
Yeah. See, I just it's you go through certain incidences that makes you understand. Like, I don't know if anybody seen my little cartoon on Facebook, but I put that the story when I got my ass jumped by a couple that was beating each other ass, and I was in there trying to save the chick, and she ended up jumping me with a boyfriend. I learned. I learned a lot that day. So I try to stay away from. It's not that I cower from confrontation. It just confrontation has never been in my favor.
Right. Kind of like just mind your business, but you know.
So yeah, in that situation I would be, and then I hope they didn't see me walk in, because that's gonna be a hell of a way I'm gonna have to explain that the next time I see them. I'm trying to duck and dodge them, and if I did decide to stay and their baby daddy showed up, see, that's something I already know. When people they get emotional, they get slick at the tongue and not realize what they actually saying, or who they saying it to.
They feelings come out. They true feelings come out.
So I mean, when I first moved to Texas, I was friends with this chick who had her ex-husband in the car, and he ended up going off on her.
saying that you keep bringing these internet bitches down here to Texas, and I'm about to get on his ass. He had to explain to me he was talking about another internet bitch that she run down before. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, nothing. Wow.
Just saying, I'm speaking my truth. You learn your lessons like very, and also seeing all these little different court cases and stuff like that where you would do it, but people don't even know who the baby daddy is, and you get caught up in that because you was out there just doing whatever on the first date anyways.
Right.
So that was another part of the scenario nobody even peeped. Just the first date.
Right.
Yeah. She already talking about smashing, Carl. She got a 3-month-old baby in her hand. She already talking about smashing.
And it's funny you say that because I literally know a couple of people that was like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's common, very common. It's not supposed to be.
It's like, bro, how do you even think about having sex and you just had a baby 3 months ago? Mm-hmm. But hey, you got a lot of women that get pregnant when at their 6 weeks checkup. Mm-hmm.
Now let's take it another step further. You got a friend you talking to or a coworker that you talking to, and they tell you that they couldn't find a babysitter, so they're gonna take their 3-month-old on a date. They telling you they finna put themselves in a scenario. What advice you give them?
If I am available, then I would offer to watch the baby for them. And I would probably do the same thing. Does he even know you have a child, or does she even know you have a child? Because if not, you might want to tell him. Because if you can't find a sitter, you're either not going or you're taking the baby with you.
That part. That's what I'm saying.
That on somebody.
How hard up is it that you have to take your child on a date with you? To me, especially like on a first date, to me, the thirst is real and the flags, all of them would fly up. Because I would be like, you know what? We could have postponed this. Because I'm looking at it being from a single mother point of view. I'm not about to have every dude or whatever that I talk to, date, or even associate with meeting my children. And here it is, you got a 3-month-old baby up at the Dairy Queen, wherever you are for dinner. And, you don't know if this man is a serial killer. You don't know anything about this dude. So,
well, I hope he ain't going to be on a killing spree with his 3-month-old with him.
That means, hey, you never know.
How you know the 3-month-old ain't doing the killing? See, there y'all go, stereotyping a man. See, we don't get no love, dog. But Melinda, Carl, let me get some advice for you. You got a young man that you work with. He got a 3-month-old. His baby mama is pretty much a piece of shit. She's always leaving him with the baby, but he's trying to move on with his life. And he done met him somebody. What advice you give him?
Oh man, just keep it tight knit, with the closest ones you love. Maybe they can come through for you. You know what I'm saying, and sit for you. You know what I'm saying, if you really need to get out. But it's really not a good look, I don't think, unless you just have no other option, But you got to be more forthcoming, when it's a tight scenario. But you would definitely have to tell a person, I got a child. I mean, who would want to hide their child? I mean, unless they're ashamed of a child, or what if the person say, I don't like kids, I don't want to be around kids, but you end up
we have Drake.
Forthcoming when a person
Drake. Drake hit a whole kid out here. He was hiding a whole kid out here.
Yeah, he did, though, man. You got to discover, but people still love him, though. I understand it's like celebrities; they can do the most outlandish type crap, what I'm saying? But they get a pass, like,
yeah,
well, look good, to make good music. I mean, people are blind to morals in today's society, and I see it, but I'm glad there's a platform where I can speak on it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how I feel. Here's actually another good question about that. What about? Do you think it's a different stigma from when in the situation from the man's point of view, from a woman? Like if a woman I want to get Melinda's point of view of this too. Like do you think it's a different point of view from a man walking in and seeing his date with a 3-month-old in her lap versus a woman walking in and seeing her date with a 3-month-old in his lap?
I think so.
You think it'll be easier, or what would? How do you feel? How do you think that it'll be a different stigma?
I honestly think the female would be quicker to walk off.
Okay.
Now the dude may still go, and he probably won't see you again. I think the female is more likely to just not even be like, no, and then leave.
Yeah, I mean, we already proved that. All 4 of y'all said the same thing. and in one way or the other, y'all said the same thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Carl? What do you think? You think? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said Carl said he'd stay though.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, it depends. How the person, reacts to, their boyfriend coming in. If he's coming in wild, I just have to be on guard. Protect myself or whatever, and probably protect the child. Let them do their thing, but it's all good though. Yeah, it's a lot to process in the spur of the moment. I mean, a person can say they're going to do that. You don't know if the situation arrives. God forbid this ever arrive, but I'm just saying though, it's something to think about.
That is.
Oh yeah.
It is something to think about. I mean, and that actually, I got another good question. In the case of, let's say this was with Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Future. Future come in there because it went on Sierra and Russell Wilson's date. It come in there acting a fool. What do you think Russell would have done? I mean, they all saying he's corny. You think he would have stood up to the plate?
I honestly don't think so.
I think he would have.
I don't.
Yeah.
For some reason, I look at Russell Wilson and I don't see him as a confrontational man, not even in the house.
I think he would try to handle it properly.
Right. But he wouldn't get like Future. He wouldn't get ghetto. He wouldn't get ignorant. Okay, I can see that. But I just see him not being a soft man, but being a non-confrontational man.
Maybe
passive.
Passive.
Yeah, I see him as a passive man.
What'd you say, Carl?
A beta. Definitely not
a beta.
A beta, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Melinda?
I don't know the whole thing about the Sierra Russell Future deal. However, I think it just depends on what the person is looking for, whether it's male or female. If they're looking for a date to go towards marriage or a date just to stick around and do whatever it is. Because if you have a 3-month-old child, that's my personal opinion of the situation, only because you were dishonest and omitting things from the beginning.
Yada da.
However, if I'm just looking to get laid, hey.
It won't last. It's not going to last past that night one way or the other.
Right.
Right. But I'm just saying, depending on where your mindset is, like I don't date just to date.
Right.
I'm older. I'm dating to have a relationship, a marriage. So the parting time and all that is long gone for me. So if I see somebody who's around my age who has a 3-month-old child, we don't have an issue.
Right.
Just because they age.
Okay. So that brings up a good question about the age range. Because Alexis, you said that you're not in the market for children at all, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So this is just you coming in. You see them. You say you're going to just befriend them, and that's it. So you're already, when your next mission in life is to find somebody else that doesn't want children themselves.
Yep.
All right. So now let me ask you this: you find that person, And at the beginning, I'm gonna do an old school. I'm gonna take it back to a old. What would you do? One of our first what would you do's. And you find that person, right? And in the beginning of your courting session, your dating session, you ain't even got a relationship yet. You're just dating. The person comes to you and tells you that somebody that they've been sleeping around with is it says that they're pregnant by them, and they don't want to get rid of the child. Do you continue to talk to this person, or are you letting this person go? They're furious now. They don't want to have this child, but they kind of stuck.
I mean, they don't have to get rid of the child, but they're going to have to get rid of me because I don't do children. So I'd be gone.
So
I'd still be their friend, you know, if they wanted, but children just are not for me. And I wouldn't be able to sit there and, you know, lie to myself and to the person that I'm with and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I will try my best to, you know, possibly care for the child when in reality that wouldn't be the situation. Like,
okay.
I would have to go.
All right, Ed. Let me get Cora's opinion on that. Same situation. Some chick that you now you gonna say some chick. The chick that you talking to has she was having sexual affairs with some dude before you. Y'all start talking, and she turns out pregnant from that dude, and she knows she's pregnant from that dude. She knows it ain't yours. What would you staying? You going to continue to talk to her throughout the pregnancy?
Actually, this happened to me.
Oh wow!
So yeah, and oh yeah, you know, we all worked at the same area, same job or whatnot, and I was just getting to know her, say within like 3 weeks or whatever, and she found out she was pregnant. You know what I mean? Later, after we talking out, and we had not done anything, but I was so happy. You know what I'm saying? It was like a relief off my chest because she could have been confused and put it off on me. You know
right.
Yeah.
So, things happen for a reason, and like I said, it wasn't meant to go any further than what it did. So yeah, man, broke that contact off immediately.
Wow. He said immediately.
Immediately,
yo.
I don't blame you.
Games.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that 100%. I can't even get mad at that. That sounds like some sound advice, gentlemen. This is why you used to stop smashing on the first date. You end up getting stuck with another man's child.
Or young.
Oh yeah, young. But I mean, it's worse to get stuck with somebody else's child. I don't. I step. I'm ready. I step up to the plate to my own child, but. Finding out after 3 when his child 3 years old and I decided the birth certificate, we done finally got a blood test, which we should. We're going to start a campaign to where they make DNA testing mandatory at hospitals.
I think they should do that anyway.
I'm going to just mention that out there. We're
Wait,
gonna,
what?
I want to make it. We're going to start a campaign to make it a mandate to do DNA testing at birth, no matter what, no matter if there's even a question or of paternity or not.
Sure. Hey, listen, I know I'm getting personal, but it's happened on 2 occasions, yo. I mean, like, you know, I've had girls that come up to me like, yeah, so-and-so said she gonna put the child off on you. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, just vindictive attitude, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Exactly.
I don't put women. I don't put all women in a box and say they're like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I know that it's a certain type of person that's out there, and they thrive on lying and deceit. You know, you just gotta be careful. I mean, vice versa. You know, males and females. You know what I'm saying? What you're dealing with. You never know what you're dealing with, but time will tell. Though everything
exactly.
In the dark is what shall come to the light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we're definitely gonna be. I'm gonna make a whole podcast about that. Hopefully we'll do that in the next 2 weeks. So we'll definitely let y'all know more about that. But back to the, I got it. Back to the scenario. I do got a question for Melinda. So, all right. So we know Melinda ain't doing none of that. He done lied to her and everything, right? So let's say you're on a date with this dude. He don't got no baby in his lap, but y'all enjoying each other's company. It's just going swimming. But then some chick busts through the door, slams a pregnancy test down on the table, says, "I'm pregnant, and I know it's your baby." What do you do?
I'm going to say no, it's not.
Was she talking to him? She's talking to him, though.
I know.
So he may have a baby on the way now.
Again, I wouldn't be there. I mean, even if that is not your child, the possibility that it could be, you've been doing whatever you're doing, and keep doing you. It's not what I'm looking for, so I'm out.
Out of there.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
I'm very black and white when it comes to certain things, only because, again, I am not dating just to date.
Right.
So there are things that I just won't tolerate from the get-go, and let's not play games.
Because that sounds like he just introduced 9 months of drama.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're immediately friend zoned. Let me see how that comes out in 9 months. And then that's also like, dang, okay, if your baby mama, hopefully it's not your baby mama, but if she's already doing like this and being crazy like this, you're going to have a whole lifetime with this fool if it's your child. I'm not about to stick around for any of that. Sorry, but not sorry. And if it turns out not to be his child, again, oh well, you still stuck in the friend zone. Like Melinda said, do you, have fun doing you, be careful doing you. I don't have time for that. I'm too old for that. You know, you get to a point in your life, the older you get, you just want peace. You don't have time for all that drama.
Okay, I get that.
And it's not just that people have stopped courting.
Yeah.
So I still look for a gentleman who's going to court. And that's why I'm single, because I don't tolerate a lot of stuff. I'm not looking to be completed. I'm already complete.
Right. Okay.
So you're here to enhance my life. So it's time for you to start courting. And then people don't, well, bye.
Okay. Mickey, how would you handle that situation? You out of there? You staying?
I mean, basically, like I said before, I would just kindly let him know. Clearly, you have some things that you need to figure out. Handle your business. Take care of your responsibility if it's your responsibility. He can hit me up whenever you want. Need some advice, you just want to talk, get some things off your chest, cool.
Okay. So he's just a friend now. Everybody gonna friend zone him. Alexis, you already friend zoning him. She getting up at the time that the pregnancy test hit the table. Gone. Already. So what I'm pretty much hearing is that people are not trying to deal with that drama, but we keep seeing so much of it. Why do you think it's common sense to not want to be in the drama, but yet people still get sucked into it? How do you think they keep getting sucked into these situationships?
You directing that question to someone?
Oh no, that's everybody.
Hop on it.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Well, not enough questions are being asked. Some people are just going by with their sight. They're not going by with their intuition. You know what I mean? So sometimes people tend to catch up when it's too late.
Right.
So then they have to process it because it's going to be different things. All the time when it comes to dating. It's never going to be the same scenario.
Oh yeah.
So it's a learning process. When a person goes through something, they're supposed to learn from it. But it's like I'm good. I'm good. On the relationship tip. But I feel there should actually be a background check. What I mean?
Exactly.
A virtual background check, and this person you're dealing with has to put down their references. You know what I mean?
That.
And are they valid? Are they viable? Or are they real? Are these real people? Hey, call and find out. So,
I like that though. I like that.
Yeah,
I can feel that.
You give me 3 references. You want the job? Let me get 3 references and their contact number, and we'll see what's going further. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you got to give me, and I want at least one of them to be a ex-boyfriend.
Is it too deep?
I feel that. Yeah. Hey, I got to agree with that one. What about you, ladies? How about you? Why do you think that we, even though it's common sense to stay out of drama, we still keeps getting sucked into it?
People enjoy companionship.
So they'll deal with the drama just to have that companionship?
Yep.
If you feel that person is worth dealing with some of that drama, or maybe if the type of person that is just that starved for companionship. I have a friend that puts up with anything and everything just to have somebody. I don't understand it, but I mean, that's her.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that. What about you, Alexa? Why do you think people get stuck into the situations?
Some people are extremely lonely and just don't want to be alone, so they'll just deal with whatever to not have to be by themselves. A lot of people are not aware of the number of people, which is significantly large, that just don't want to be alone. Like, they don't even really connect with the person. They'll just be like, oh, I love this person, you know, even after just being on like a date or two with them. Like, some people are just truly extremely lonely individuals and will do whatever and go through whatever just to not be alone.
Damn. What about you, Melinda? What you think? This is getting deep.
I feel a lot of people don't know what they want. If you are already complete, you're not looking for somebody to complete you. If you don't know what you want, usually you get caught up in a lot of drama.
Yeah. And you stay in that drama because you feel like it's fulfilling. I can see
There's
that.
something that you're missing somewhere along the line. And, yeah, you just don't know what you want.
What about you, Miss E Square? What you think?
I had said the thing before Alexis about, you know, some people are just willing to put up with anything just to not be by themselves, you know.
Some people are also just used to that person, that they're like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? It's the familiarity to them, or the, I guess, complacent, you know. It's like, it's that situation. It's rather to have somebody than to not have somebody, I guess.
Okay.
Having a piece of man is better than having no man, like Betty Wright used to say back in the day.
Wow, that's like very all those answers are very insightful, because it points to one thing: mental instability, the depression, the loneliness, all that dwells in your mind. Because like Melinda said, well, if you complete, you're not looking for something outside of you to complete you, because you already know you're completely whole on the inside. So it is a lot of. I'm gonna go out there and say it goes on with outside factors such as diet, you know, exercise, being able to clear your mind, because all of that affects your mental capacity. If you can't really think straight, you're always going to believe that you are alone when you can be surrounded by millions of people. And it's because you don't have anything in common with these people. You feel like the superficial part of you feel like you got to be around them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that should be a sign that we should be looking for in people that we know and care about. That we should be we look for these signs, because they probably are screaming out for help because of that. It's situations that they know they're not supposed to be in, but yeah, it's fulfilling that void in them, and it all it does is destroy them. But they don't care, because they feeling something. They rather feel like Mickey and Alexa said, they rather feel something, some kind of way from somebody. And even if it is hatred, as long as it's something.
I gotta say this: when a person is not really playing games, but they try, you know, they're not being more forthcoming. Are they like just really trying to fill a person out? You know what I mean? I think they really some people see, humans, we're very, how should I say, intelligent creatures, and it doesn't take much to figure out a person within the first 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You know what type of person you're dealing with.
Right.
And eye contact is everything. You know what I mean? If you're dealing with a person that doesn't look you in the eye when they're speaking, then that may not be the most trustworthy one you want to be dealing with.
Exactly.
So, you gotta look at mannerisms. Mannerisms matter a lot when it comes to a man. So I would hope for a woman as well. You don't want to be talking to someone and they staring off. I mean, ain't my cup of tea.
Really?
You want full engagement. You know what I'm saying? Especially on first dates or whatnot. Yeah.
I could never do that. I can't look at somebody in their eyes until I am fully comfortable with them. That's just me.
That's where the soul is. See, the soul is unseeable, but continue on. But that's, so that they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. That's a true statement. Yeah.
But I have a hard time, even first meeting somebody. It doesn't even have to be a date. Just meeting somebody, I have a hard time looking people in the eye.
Yeah.
I've known Erica since forever.
It could be used against you, though, because you don't know what type of person you're dealing with.
Yeah.
That could be seen as a weakness in the eye of a man who knows what he's looking for, knows what he's searching for.
Yeah, I used to be like that, Melinda. Where it was hard for me to look people, and the way that ever since I started doing that, the way that I have been treated since then is I could tell the difference. It's way more better. People. It seems like people treat me they know I respect myself now. And with a man, especially when you look at them in the eye and you shaking their hand without a firm handshake, that says a lot about a man right there too. That tells a man. It tells you if a man is an alpha or a beta.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same with women.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
It was a lesson that I had to learn, and I'm glad I learned it because, like I said, I seen a major difference, and that just goes with how. And I'm not talking about the eyesight thing. I'm just talking about the picking up on people mannerisms. You could tell the way a person was raised by their original mannerisms. Like you already know about when you see a person sagging their pants. You may not know their intelligence, but you can tell their background for the most part. People who talk and use words that aren't in a dictionary, you can't really tell their intelligence, but you can definitely tell they were raised by their ebonics. And I hate using that word.
Or colloquialisms.
So you have to be able, and some people say that you're not supposed to judge. That's a falsity. I mean, I'm not trying to bring the Bible into it, but the people, if you actually read the Bible, for the people who believe in the Bible, it says in there you're supposed to judge people, and you're not judging them saying, they going to hell or they going to heaven. No, that's not what you're gauging them to see if they are a good fit to be a babysitter for your children. To see this cop, to see if this cop is going to kill you when he pulls you over or not. You got to be able to get these judgments off the top, and you got to talk to people in order to get those judgments. People don't talk to people no more.
No, they don't.
Communication is very lack. So it is very, very hard to actually to teach a person that. You can't teach a person that. They have to be able to pick that up. That's all come from the social cues and things of that nature. So I agree fully from the jump where if you found out about this baby on the first date by them bringing them to the first date, and welcome back, Melinda.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Already, but yeah, what I was saying is y'all. I agree. Where if you found out about this baby on the first date because they had to bring the child when was you going to find out about the baby? If they would have found the sitter, when would you have found out about the baby? I mean, I'm not saying that men shoot. Not every man is going around shooting the club up on the first night. You know what I'm saying? When they finally get them in the draw, they shooting the club up. But it only takes one time, and now you got this chick pregnant. You think it's her first baby, and it turns out to be her fourth. Didn't talk. Didn't court like Melinda said. Didn't court this woman. But a quarter that you would have seen, and a lot of women don't want to be courted. That should be.
That's because they don't know what courtship is.
Not only that, but there is some women out there that do not want to be courted. They don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's what that whole song is about.
Yeah. People lack inspiration. It's like if you want to find a good mate, you got to find one who you can inspire and who's going to inspire you in return. You don't want to mix in with someone that's not inspiring you to be a better you. None of us are perfect. That's what they say. But I like to think that we're all very good and we're trying to get on that path for perfection. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. You know what I'm saying? Nothing comes overnight. It just a lot of contentment and patience. That's what it takes. And I've learned that with the wisdom I've obtained over the years. So yeah. Definitely, So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Inspiration, man.
I
Find
think
someone that
people have lost.
Go ahead, Melinda.
I think people have lost their sense of what their role is in life.
Right.
And no, I'm not talking about being in the 50s. I'm just saying
your role in society.
So, and in a relationship, whatever the relationship is, your role, everybody has a role. So once you know what your role is, so people tend to get into messed up relationships. They don't want to be courted. They know nothing about that because they've forgotten their worth.
Right. Or don't understand what worth is. A lot of them don't understand what they like. A lot of, and I'm not trying to do the whole male versus female thing. I'm just using this as an example. You have Amber Rose a few years ago doing the slut walk, trying to teach young girls how to take the power of the word slut back. Now, if that ain't a misvalued principle, I mean, I don't know. I can't give you a better one. I can't give you a better example. I just can't think of one.
I think that whole situation was misconstrued. I think it was the fact that she was trying to say, why be embarrassed of what you did? If you're going to be embarrassed, then don't do it. You got the walk of shame. You leave in this house, you be proud of it.
Well, that's not what she said.
You be proud of her.
That's not what she said. What she's saying is pussy was power. That's exactly what she was saying. Pussy was power, and use it the way you want to use it. Mm. That's a horrible image to a young girl. I'm sorry.
That behavior is sponsored, though. It's sponsored by the unseen. I mean, someone is allowing this person to speak. I mean, you should be able to speak, but at the same time, to have it dragging on and it's a conversation tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, man,
exactly,
it was going on for a while.
Yeah, it was stimulating. It stimulated the press. It stimulated the media.
Yeah.
And that's where people get their values from now. Trends.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Everybody's trying to find some identity through someone else's life, and it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly.
I call it mirroring. Like, you try to mirror somebody else's image, but you haven't fully developed your own, so you're going to say, oh, that person's like me, but in actuality, everybody's different. I mean,
yep.
Yeah, man. There's no, how should I say, originality, even through music. You know what I'm saying? There's very, very, very little originality.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So
that's another topic.
For real, that's a topic for Revolutionary Hour.
Exactly.
But with that being said, we almost out of time. I don't want it to cut off on us before we get there. So I want to first thank each and every last one of my guests for coming on.
Thank you all.
I want to give y'all a chance to give a shout out to anybody that you want, or give a shout out to your business if you got a business, or if you want to promote something. Hey, I'm going to give you your chance right here, right now. Let's go ahead. We'll start with the same order that we started with earlier. We'll start with Mickey.
Just, no, I don't have a shout out.
She said
Already, but what about Alexis? How about you?
I'll give a shout out to, I don't really know any, but like all the single moms and dads who are out there doing their things, and guys who get back into the dating scene. I'm sure that's not easy, so go you.
all right.
I appreciate that. All right, Melinda, how about you? You want to give a shout out, give us some promotion?
No, shout out. Just want to say thank you for everything.
Already,
Having me on.
Definitely. It was always a pleasure having you on. All right, what about you, Carl? Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Or we want to promote anything?
Yeah. Well, I would definitely like to give a shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to all the black men and black women that are out there doing positive things for the community. Because we're lacking leaders. I mean, a lot of leaders are getting up in age and dying off. So shout out to my generation and the generation behind me, because we are the future. You know what I mean? That's my shout out, y'all.
Man, that was deep right there. I like that. I'm gonna have to make that a soundbite.
Yeah, thank you.
Already.
I appreciate that, brother.
Already, but once again, it was a pleasure having y'all on, and we're gonna have more. What would you do? So make sure y'all tune in for that. Well, matter of fact, what is the next What Would You Do? Let me pull that up. That should be next Sunday at 9 p.m. It is going to be this is a good one. I'm gonna read this one right now. Alright, I found this in a group and copied it and pasted it here to see what y'all think. I never heard of men doing this. Is it gay? Is it cheating? What is it? Here's the scenario. My brother-in-law and I jack off together. Yo, Quan, so peep this. My brother-in-law and I jack off together. We aren't gay or anything like that, but when our wives are out and about, sometimes when we are alone, we watch porn together and just beat our shit. My question is, fellas and women, if you had a friend that wanted to masturbate with you in the room, what would you do? That's going to be next Sundays. What would you do? So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that one. We'll talk about that next Sunday, okay? Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and end it all my listeners out there, y'all make sure y'all hit that follow button, that like button, that subscribe button. That way y'all can be here with us next Sunday at 9 p.m. for our next What Would You Do? You heard it. What it's going to be, it's going to be off the wig. Hey, I want to know about this. How do people actually see that? This is B.O.S.S Radio, baby. What would you do? This here is Lorraine with Out the Way. Y'all know.
B.O.S.S. Southside Boss Radio. Southside Boss Radio.
Got 99 problems. Don't be jealous if you want one. I know some people think I'm on one. Tell them people they don't know none. Feel what you want. Just get out of work and it's been such a long day. I just need a minute, don't take it the wrong way. If you ain't talking about money, get the up out my face. Mama need new shoes and I got bills I gotta pay. Tell me what's my next move, I might have to X you. Giving me your 2 cents like I wanna trade places with you. Your bills late, I'm making sure mine get paid. money, treacherous, I be about my money. I be about my money, treacherous, I be about my money. I be about my money, treacherous, I be about my money. I'm making that money, treacherous, I'm making that money, money. Hey, hey. I ain't out here needing your validation. Day to day is better than your vacation. I be my own motivation. I say a prayer for your vocation. I just got out of work and it's been such a long day. I just need a minute, don't take it the wrong way. If you ain't talking about money, get the about my face. Mama need new shoes and I got bills I gotta pay. Get up out the way. Get up out the way. Get up out the way. I be about my money, just I be about my money. I be about my money, just I be about my money. I be about my money, just I be about my money. I'm making that money, just I'm making that money, money. About my money, I be about my money, just I be about my money. I be about my money, just I be about my money. Please don't interfere, just rain is making money.
Skin and hair care makes the perfect gifts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, especially when it comes in all natural forms for Southside Beauty Care. Our gift boxes include natural and raw black soap from Africa, hair and beard oil that will make your hair strong and shiny, beard balm with essential oils such as cedarwood, hoe wood, and more to style that manscape on your face.
I could use that.
Our signature skincare cream designed to quench your skin's thirst and make it shine like Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon.
Did you just show your age?
Get your box today at SouthsideBeautyCare.com.
This song right here is coming from a true place. I sit back and reminisce, and I also think about where I'll be when I leave here. We all gotta go one day. I made up my mind where I'm going. A place where everyone can be together. The memories of sorrow and pain are destroyed forever. I've been through many hard days and I'm hoping for better. So much rain in my life, I just need an umbrella. Or a place to finally find peace, where every day is Sunday and gold paved streets. A place where I can find grandma and once again feel her touch. Or hear that sweet old voice I used to love so much. I used to dream I was already there and it was good. Just to wake up and realize I'm still in the hood. But I vow to make it there soon. Jesus said he prepared a place for us, so everybody got a bedroom. A place where even enemies can finally come together and be brothers and sisters. Cut off the negativity. If you chose to walk the holy route, then you know what I'm talking about. I hope to see you soon. And every morning, every evening, and everything in between. Forever in heaven, eternity with the King. Ain't no place I'd rather be than in his holy presence, praising 24/7. Ain't no place I'd rather be than to be with you, my brothers. Oh yeah. And to be with you, my sisters. Oh yeah. In heaven's mansion. Feels good to know you cared about. 66 books wrote for me, I promise I done read it out. A place to walk around and just be blessed. But to get there will take more than GPS. As a youngster at them funerals, I used to shake my head when the preacher said it's the way we gotta go. I don't really see the good in laying in the dirt. First they miss you, after a while ain't no feelings hurt. But soon I got older, started making some change. Finally had some bills put in my name. My credit shot down, economy bad, people shooting each other. Now I'm the same one calling God asking for better. And he told me about a better land where you feel so good you find yourself in the street doing a steppers dance. And if you're trying to go the better route, then you know what I'm talking about. I hope to see you soon in heaven's mansion. Every morning, every evening, and everything in between. eternity with the King. Ain't no place I'd rather be than in His holy presence, praising 24/7. Ain't no place I'd rather be than to be with you, my brothers, and to be with you, my sisters, in heaven's mansion.
B.O.S.S. Southside Boss Radio.